tutorial, and this is going to be the trial and error of me making a gym bag and a workout outfit. Look at it, it's so cute. I'm Nikayla and you're watching Raw Nikayla.
Didn't know my purpose, got us some accidents. Wasn't invited to the party, but I'm still crashing it, ayy. I'm feeling good, pop out, shorty, let's take a trip, ayy. We step out the crib, I just hope that you don't trip, ayy. She gave me the green, she know that body be my kryptonite. It used to be green, but this money look like a kryptonite. I'm feeling good, pop out, shorty, let's take a trip.
Before we really get into this video, what do you guys think of the hair? I did it myself. I always do my hair myself. It's two goddess braids, like glow ones. I think it's super cute, and I also have like these two tendrils here in the front. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. I'm probably gonna take it out soon because it is looking raggedy. It looks cute on camera, but up close or like in person, I feel like it's starting to look a little raggedy. So yeah, let me know down below what you guys think of my hair, and let me know if you guys want a tutorial on it. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be a fashion video. I am basically going to be putting together my best friend's birthday gift, and she's been into like working out and going to the gym a lot lately, so I said why not put together like a gym bag for her. So I think it's a great idea, and so it's a great idea. I went to Five Below and I bought a bunch of like gym stuff. So I bought like a yoga mat, kettlebell, I don't know what it's called, resistance band, stuff like that, and I'm gonna put it inside the gym bag. I am going to try to make her gym bag, and it's going to be similar to like the puffer bags that I made before. So I'm gonna put a picture here of one of the puffer bags I've made. This is a size large, and I think I'm gonna create an extra large, so it's more of a, you know, gym bag. And in addition to making a gym bag, I'm also going to try to make her a workout outfit. I think it's gonna be fun, and you guys are gonna come along for the ride, so make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's get straight into this video. Okay, so the pattern that I'm using, I'm getting it off of Mood Fabrics. And if you are into sewing, or if you want to get into sewing and you were like, how am I supposed to make my own pattern? Mood Fabrics has free sewing patterns. So this is Mood Society. I think it's so cute. Society. It's moodfabrics.com, and they have a bunch of free sewing patterns. This is actually super cute. I'm just now seeing this, and I might be making that later. Who knows? Stay tuned. But they just have a bunch of different, it goes on and on. For me, I typed in athletics and I saw this, and I thought this was cute, just the top. I thought it was really cute. So I'm probably gonna add my own spin to it, but this is the top that I will be making for her. Just scroll down, and then you put your name and your email in, and then yeah, you download it and it sends it to your email. Then they have all this other stuff like a size chart, and they also have some steps for how you can do it, how you can sew it. So they just sent it to my email, so now we are going to go print it out.
15 minutes later.
Here is our printed out pattern. This grid at the top is really important because it shows you how to lay out the pages in order to cut the pattern. I decided to use the trimless option because, as it says, it is much faster. Each page is labeled A1, A2, and so on, as seen on the grid. You then want to line up the papers. Remember to use that grid as a guide. Make sure to line up the lines on the pattern instead of putting the papers side by side. The papers should overlap. Grab some tape to keep the papers in place. Here I did the same with A4 and A5, making sure to line up the lines on the pattern to make it look very seamless. An example of what I mean when I said that the pages don't line up, but the lines from the patterns do. Hope that makes sense. Keep referring back to the grid to make sure you're doing everything correctly. Here is C3 on the pattern, and then that aligns with C3 on the grid, which is connected to C4. And finally, here's our pattern. This is all of them taped together. If it looks exactly like this and exactly like the grid, then you did it correctly. This part was confusing for me, so pay attention. The second page of your pattern that was printed out should have this size line key. First, choose whatever size you want, then look closely at the line on the chart and find the corresponding line on your pattern. I chose a size 10, so I highlighted that line that has 2 dashes in between a flat straight line. Now it's time to cut out your pattern. pieces to our pattern cut out. The next step I did not show, but grab your fabric and use the pattern to cut out your fabric pieces. If you have trouble doing this, please comment down below and I can always do another tutorial on how to do that step. Next, I combined the front overlay and the back overlay, which is also B and C, and I connected them with pins. Where I'm pointing is where you're going to sew a zigzag stitch. The tutorial says to use a French seam, but do whatever works for you. These reusable bobbins in the store and I had to get them. I'll be using the white and black one for this project. This is how I thread the bobbin on my machine. If you already know how to do this, you can totally skip past this part, but I thought it would be cool to show since this is a tutorial, and if you don't know how to do it, then here you go. Okay, so as you can see here, there's a lot of thread, but ignore that if you can. It's skipping when I'm sewing, like it's skipping a stitch. Like this is supposed to be a zigzag stitch and it's a straight line. These weren't as bad. I feel like when that happens, it's either because your needle is dull or it's not like able to catch the bobbin. So I'm going to change the needle. Here are the needles I have. You see how it says jeans top stitch in the middle or universal? I'm actually not really sure which one to use. I know I'm not using jeans, but I am doing a double top stitch, so I think I might use a top stitch one, but then universal means that you can use anything. She's just gonna turn it until it loosens up, and then when it's loose, it comes right out. So here's the new needle, and you basically do the same thing, just in reverse. You just stick your needle in like that, and then you turn the knob and tighten it. I ended up doing a French seam to close this. I just have to, because it looks so neat, I just have to press it down with the iron. But now I'm adding on the collar, which is much easier than I thought it would be. I basically cut this using the black fabric. It's gonna be a little Dalmatian-y, but it's okay. I think it's gonna come out cute. But I cut this using the black fabric because I wanted the collar to be black. And right here where it says fold, that means like you fold your fabric in half and then cut. And then after you cut them out, you're going to the open side, you're going to stitch that together. Right here I just use a double top stitch, and it looks clean. So yeah, now I am just adding the collar onto the top of the fabric, and I'll show you guys once I'm done. So on the outer edge I decided to do a rolled hem, and yeah, now I'm just going to sew along that line, and that would be done. I ended up doing this part off camera, but I sewed the bodice together, which is D and E, and I cut those two on folds using a double top stitch. So I was supposed to cut this on a fold, but I didn't. So these are straps. I'm just going to sew these two together at the end, and the directions say to, it looks raggedy. So it is the morning and I'm still working on the top, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm doing the straps and the instructions were kind of confusing to me, so I'm basically going to make them like it's bias tape, and yeah, that's how I'm gonna make the straps, and let's see how it comes out. This is what I mean by making the straps like bias tape. I just felt like this was easier, so make sure you have an iron to press it down flat. Now just fold this in half over the fabric to add the straps onto the bodice. Straps came out so good. I'm happy they look professional, but now we are going to work on the waistband, which will be attached to the bottom right here. These are the two pieces that we are going to use to create our waistband. To do a double top stitch, first you want to sew wrong sides together right here where I'm pointing. And then you want to open it up and then sew down the flaps. Just finished a double top stitch on the waistband and it looks so clean. It came out so well. I'm happy. Now you want to make sure that your waistband is folded in half. You are now going to attach the waistband to the bottom of the garment. Ta-da! The top looks so good. Yes! Now we just need to hem this side and we're all done with the top. Now we are on to making this gym bag. Yes ma'am. Cut off the edges of the bandanas and these will be used to make our straps. So take two pieces and sew them together. This is what it looks like when you sew them together. I do not have the loop turner, but turn those inside out. Instead of a loop turner, I use a paper clip, and I feel like it is a perfect way to do this manually. Once your straps are turned inside out, grab your handy dandy fiber fill and start stuffing them things like a Thanksgiving turkey. Choose a base color. I chose black for mine. Now cut the black bandana the same exact size as your already cut purple bandana. Sew together the purple bandana and our base color, and I left one side open because this is where we are going to start our stuffing. My signature to stuff these bags is this X style. I think it's so cute, but you want to do the same thing all over again for the back piece. Since this is supposed to be an extra large gym bag, I decided to add side pieces. So instead of using a whole bandana, I decided to cut the whole bandana in half and did this entire process with half of the bandana to make the side pieces. At this point, you should have 4 pieces in total, a front and a back, both made out of a whole bandana, and 2 side pieces made out of a half. Now it's time for the combination. If you have a serger, that's perfect, but you can also use a zigzag stitch to combine all the pieces. Last but not least, we need a bottom so our stuff is not falling out the bottom. Cut you another half of that whole bandana and do the same as you did on the sides. Now we're gonna stuff it up again like a Thanksgiving turkey. Yeah. At this point, I had gotten 0 hours of sleep, but that is okay because it was all for my bestie. You know I had to add my signature at the bottom. Yes, ma'am, but I packaged everything off camera, so let's go see her reaction. Okay, so I am about to give Kendra her gift. It's back there. I also realized that I haven't showed you yet. So you and her are going to be seeing the final thing at the same exact time. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's go see her reaction. Don't look, Kendall. Yo, this is the gift. Look at it. It's so cute. Okay, close your eyes, Kendall.
Snoop Dogg.
Don't look. Put your arms out.
My eyes are not good.
Put your arms out.
They're out weird. Like it's gonna jump on me.
Nah.
Why is it so heavy? Ta-da! It's heavy. Oh my god. It's a bag.
Yeah, you gotta open
It's a
it.
bag. I'm supposed to open it.
Oh, my bad. Here you go.
I got a bag.
You gotta open it and get all the content. It's okay, just rip it.
That's good. Speed it up.
I got it.
Yoga man.
Okay, it's a little heavy. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Work out, babe. What's you?
She only gonna use it for one day.
I know that one. What about it? And purple.
Yes.
Look, she knew purple.
Yes.
Everything. Purple.
That's your favorite color?
Purple.
Yeah.
Now I
I'm
know.
supposed to give it to you the other day. And then look in the plastic. I mean the white back together. You can put that back in there.
Got everything in my hand.
Put this back in there.
Aw, thank you.
We're not done. Leave it.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to stop it.
It is starting to one then.
Had a limit in the past. I had plenty women in the past. I done plenty sinning in the past. You don't need to know, but you can ask. Sticking on your backstage pass.